you see a lot of like young adults from the ages between, I mean, the youngest I've seen was like 17 to I guess like 20, 25, 24, how they're living their lavish lifestyle, traveling around the world and showing off their money. We get too caught up with other people instead of with ourselves, and we compare our chapters to someone else's chapter. Think like we're not living our lives. We think that we're wasting a lot of precious times because we're not doing certain things, and everything takes its time. Hello, hello, 1, 2, 3. All right. Good morning, everyone. For me, it's 8:26 on a Tuesday, October 12th, 2021. Yeah, I did not record it, or I didn't upload a episode yesterday for Monday. I need to start working on that, but the reason why I did had an episode recorded. Uh, Before I start getting to details, welcome. This is the season finale for Within the Frame. This is your host Luis, and yeah, it's episode 10, and it's the season finale. I'll get into detail with that after I finish talking what I had earlier. Yeah. I felt like I guess like I had no idea what I was talking. I did had a clear topic, but I just kept jumping too much, and I need to start working on that, just getting to the point like that and stop steering too much, and as well as what else? And stop being such a perfectionist in a way. I feel like I could upload so many episodes. It's just that I just want them to come out the way I want them to come out. But obviously a podcast is more just about, just you talking by yourself, and other people just listening to you talking by yourself. And I feel like that's how it usually is. But what else? Yeah, man, I'm feeling super sore on my shoulders and arms. I went to the gym with my girlfriend yesterday, and we were just doing arms and a bit of jump rope. Still feeling it, feeling a bit tired, but gotta start the morning pretty good. I did woke up like at 7:30. I wish I got up around that time to record this podcast an hour later, and look at me, I'm still doing this, so at least it's something. And I'm also waiting for a photo book of an artist named Evan Ramp. He's a photographer and a YouTuber, and I've been waiting for this book for a while, and it was supposed to come in, I believe, on a Thursday, and then UPS said no, it's gonna come in on a Monday, and then they kept pushing it back to, I was supposed to get it yesterday, and then it was a holiday, so like the offices were closed, and then today it says that I should be getting it today, so I'm a bit excited for that one. Yeah. If any of you guys are just like jumping in watching the season finale and not sure why it's called the season finale, that's because a few episodes back I did mention that I will be taking a break from podcasting, and I did said that it was going to be towards the end of October or like beginning of November, but things change, and yeah, so I'll be, I guess, not necessarily stopping podcasting in general. I will be back. I'm aiming to come back sometime in February or March. Um, I'll see where that goes. And oh yeah, also one other thing. I hope the microphone sounds a bit better. I was messing around with the microphone levels on my computer, so I guess like you guys should be receiving less hiss, more clarity in my voice, but to me it sounds pretty good. I mean, I'm not hearing any hiss through my headphones. But yeah, that's the one thing I also want to mention. And I also for the break as well, that's because since I left my job and picked up another job, which this time I'll be working weekends and stuff like that, which I kind of don't mind at this point. I like having days off on a weekday, especially since my days off are usually Mondays, so it feels pretty good just to be able to do things, even though like a lot of people work on a Monday. So I'm pretty good, pretty happy about that. Um, what else? Yeah, the reason why, yeah, I picked up another job. I'll be working I guess like weekends, which I really don't mind since I can definitely record a podcast. But other than that, the holidays are coming, so I know I'll be like really busy and definitely gonna pick up a lot of hours or try to pick up a lot of hours during the holidays since Black Friday, Christmas, New Year's Eve, and should be should be a crazy one. So that's one of the reasons as well. And the other reason, I guess I have so many reasons why too. I also want to boost up the production of this podcast. Make, I guess, like, hopefully if I have enough money, I could upgrade the camera. If not, I'll just do something with the audio. I'm pretty sure the audio sounds pretty good. Or even after like for when I'm editing, add music since I only use this one certain music, and I want to have at least an intro and outro, or have a collection of intros and outros. So I could use different ones for different moods or whatever. And I also have a YouTube channel of well, I call it a photography YouTube channel, even though I kind of not sure where I want to go with it. I do want to post I guess like vlogs, but not like your stereotypical, not your stereotypical vlogging or like you YouTuber vloggers or whatever. I want to be able to record my creative journey, and you guys, like, bring you guys into my life in a way. The things that I do, some small projects that I'm working on, other, like, I guess skills that I'm working on as well. So I guess like a personal channel in a way. Not sure how to call it, but we'll just call it a photography channel at the moment. As well as like I mentioned with music, I kind of want to mess around with GarageBand and try to make my own music, so I could at least have some music for that channel and for this podcast channel. What else? What else? And I also have a this one project or this one hobby that I want to work on, and it's something pretty new. Pretty, it seems pretty intimidating and difficult, but I kind of understand it, so I want to focus on that as well. So I just want to free up more time to work on other things, and once I kind of settled in, I'll definitely bring back the podcast again and start with season 2. And right before the season finale, I'm gonna check the time. All right. So I guess as I always mention, like the one of the biggest topic that I really wanted to talk about is social media, and and I guess if you guys check on my social media and see how I guess uh I don't know how to explain it, but I kind of don't have a lot of pictures, and most of the pictures are pretty recent to this year. That's because uh like almost close to a year ago, I did left I did deleted all my social media, and I kind of like went on a hiatus on my own. Uh I did left America, and I was just like, I guess like in a way it's I guess like learning about myself, and I guess it was more like, I don't know how to explain it, but I did delete my social media, and that's because it just got so overwhelming, and so many, I guess like we get too caught up with other people instead of with ourselves, and we compare our chapters to someone else's chapter even though we're not on the same chapter. That makes sense. And yeah, like every cliche, like you shouldn't compare your chapter 10, 1, whatever number of chapters you are in your life to someone else's chapter 50 or 20, or whatever chapter they are on their life. Like we get too caught up with so much influencers, and especially how social media can actually make anyone famous over the dumbest things from what I've seen at the moment. But I feel like we just get too focused and too narrow minded, and especially for us, some of us millennials or like myself, Gen Z, I feel like we tend to get a bit depressed about it just because we think like we're not living our lives. We think that we're wasting a lot of precious times because we're not doing certain things, and everything takes its time. Everything takes like I said, everything really does takes its time. For example, like me, this year alone, I've actually had 4 jobs. I worked at Pep Boys. I worked at a Chevy dealership. I worked at a Toyota dealership, and now I'm at a different job. 4 jobs in a span of 9 to 10 months. A lot of people would, if people were seeing that from the outside in, they will think that, oh, look at this person, look at him, he doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. Oh, he's doing just picking up a job and dropping a job, picking up a job and dropping a job. Like, he's inconsistent, or he's what's the word I'm trying to look for, or he just doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. He's just a bum. And but in actuality, as I mentioned on my podcast, the reason why I picked up the automotive was because I thought I didn't have much for myself. I thought I wasn't uh good enough. I thought I was just a waste on this planet, and that's why I picked up the automotive, because it was just something to get by, and it was something that I knew how to do. And yeah, so it was pretty bad. I was just like, yeah, I kind of don't care. Up until I saw this job, or I was exploring this website, and I was seeing they had any employment, and they did. But I was also exploring, I guess, like the different positions, and it kind of made me a bit motivated, especially being at the last dealership that I was, or at the last job. I started to slowly find my purpose and my focus on and what I want to do and what I want to be in life and what I want to do with my life. And that kind of led to me looking for a different job, which I was at this job's website, and I, after reading the descriptions of different positions, it made me a bit more optimistic and more motivated. So I said, you know what, I'm going to apply and see what happens. If I get it in, and then I got in. If I didn't, then I guess it wasn't meant to be. And after a few interviews, like a really long progress of a process of interviews, I finally got in. I got the offer, and honestly, I felt like, well, like I couldn't really believe that this was happening. So, and that's what led me to permanently want to be in this job, and and I felt like it was the right what's the word? I guess like the job, and my, I guess like my focus kind of aligned, so it made me want to actually see myself elevate and scale up in this job, and hopefully to make out the best of what I can really be. And yeah, and going back to social media, I know a lot of people that they think that like, especially when I was back in university, I've knew a few people, and they were just too caught up that because they weren't in a sorority or in a fraternity, they always wanted to be at the party because they wanted to be with everyone else, basically being a follower, and they didn't want to be seen as a loser and stuff like that. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why I kind of regret going to university, because I feel like going to university is not actually all about getting your education. Some of it is, depending the type of person you are, but honestly, in today's age, it's just all about be trying to find yourself and trying to see who you are and what you are. Because I went to university for 3 years. I guess like my first 2 years, I really wasn't much of a party person. It wasn't really in for me, but people wanted me to go, and I went, and I kind of get like anxiety, and I get bothered being in it, so I kind of wanted to leave. And I was just too focused on trying to, I don't know, in a way, like, yeah, I was kind of one of those people just trying to always be in the end, and always it's like the FOMO, fear of missing out. And after dropping out, I felt like I just wasted my time being there, and I could have done so much thing with my life within the 3 years that I was in there. I could have been a lot more productive. I could have had, I guess, like a small business going on, and probably by now I would have scaled up, and I would have been pretty good. But no, I got debt. Student loan. Luckily enough, it's not a lot. Well, it's not a lot compared to a lot of people that I know and heard. I literally owe about 13 to 14K of student loans, so it's not bad. Especially going into university, I was surprised it's that low. but uh, but yeah, that's one other thing that I kind of want you guys to also realize, that you shouldn't rush into, I guess, trying to find your purpose, trying to, I don't know. Like, for me, that's my experience. I just feel like I wish I took some time, or I wish I kind of thought it through before I went to university, or at least thought it through in my last 2 years of high school. But that's on me, and that's personally what I think I should have done, and what I think some of you guys should do. I'm not saying that you need to do it, but um, like I said, this podcast is just all about my personal experience, and hopefully you guys can learn from my personal experience and not make the mistakes that I did. And, and yeah, it's just a social media platform, especially TikTok. I feel like it created a lot of depressed people, just because they, on TikTok, you see a lot of like young adults from the ages between, I mean, the youngest I've seen was like 17 to, I guess, like 20, 25, 24, how they're living their lavish lifestyle, traveling around the world and showing off their money, doing all these like, I guess, like e-commerce, and buying like these flashy clothes, I guess. And yeah, like, I feel like it created a lot of depressed people, just because they think, like I said before, that they're not doing with their lives, and they think that they're wasting their time because they see someone around their age being a lot more successful than they do. But they also have to realize it's what you want to do. Don't try to follow someone else's path, because who knows if you don't like it. It goes back to being a follower and a leader. Everyone is not capable of being a leader. It's a lot of responsibility and a lot of accountability to be a leader, and it's okay if you're a follower. Some of us, we need someone who can run, for example, like business. Like, it's okay if you're an employee instead of the employer, because we need employees to run our business. And if you can do it, if you can help us move up, like, we're bringing you with us. I'm bringing you with me. So it's okay to be a follower, because sometimes we need someone to at least hold the structure of what we're trying to pursue, or what we're trying to say, because it's just the way how it is. And if and if it was easy for everyone to be a follower, I mean, if it was easy for everyone to be a leader, or everyone to be a business owner, everyone would have been business owners. But it's not easy, because it's not within people to be business owners. It's a lot of morals, that's for sure, from what I learned from economics. It's a lot of responsibility, accountability. It's a lot of research. Um, there's so much involved in being a business owner that a lot of people don't think about. And trust me, I know. I know. I've studied some economics, and I was pursuing into marketing, so I had to take like business classes. But I know what it is, because we talked about it in university. And it's not easy as people think it is. And yeah, and like I said, especially TikTok, I feel like for me, I feel like social media is such a toxic place to be, especially today's age, with the whole pandemic going on. And I feel like I mean, I really can't blame the social media platform because it depends how you use it, and it depends on the type of person you are. If you're such a hateful and envy person, you're just gonna make yourself a lot more depressed than someone who sees all these young people being millionaires or successful or business owners. It could motivate you to become one of them. So it depends the type of person you are and how you use it and how you view life. And that's why I feel like that's why I kind of don't be on social media. And after going back to after me deleting my platform and kind of like being on my hiatus, I've realized to appreciate the moment, to appreciate life, to appreciate what I'm doing, and to look back and reflect that I've actually done a lot, and I shouldn't just give up, that I should just keep going, because for those long reflections and I guess like learning about myself, I've realized that there's a lot for the world, and there's a lot to explore. And when I came back to social media, I kind of wasn't too focused on trying to post what I'm doing, or in a way like show off. I was never the one to show off. I came from a really humble family. Well, my dad likes to show off, but I know my mom, she's like the humblest out of the two. So she always tells my brother and I that, like, it's never good to show off what you have. You should never show off your money. You should never show off the nice cars you have or the houses you have. You should keep that to yourself, because any moment all of those things can go away. It could be taken away from you, and then the next day people are gonna say, "What happened to your car? What happened to this houses? What happened to you doing this and that?" You're just gonna make a fool out of yourself. And and yeah, so I came from a really humble family, so that's the type of person I am. I just don't like talking about certain things, and I just like I guess I like action speaking louder than words. That's how I am. I know some people, they like to talk their stuff, and I remember seeing this post that you should much rather, like, talk, like almost like being confident, yeah, like be more confident than being more humble, because it's gonna get you places in the world. But for me, I don't know, it was never like, some people look at me, and a lot of people tell me, or not a lot of people, but a few people tell me that I seem to be like a really confident person, but I don't like to talk or brag. Yeah, that's the word, I guess, like brag, just because I don't know. It's not the person in me, but it works for some people if they can be confident and not necessarily brag, but like, if they can uh like TMS in a way. It they could just like TMS. It works for people. They can actually make it out and move up if they can take TMS. But for me, like I said, I'm actually a really humble person, so it's not within me to show off what I'm doing or to talk about what I'm doing, just because I like I like to keep those things myself, so I could see it grow and not get influenced by other people, or like if what other people would try to collapse it and, destroy it down. And yeah, and I feel like a lot of us should just temporarily, for me, I permanently deleted my account, so like all of the people that I had before me are no longer on my current account. And yeah, that's the route that I took. But if you don't want to be or want to take it to that extreme, you could always permanently or no, temporarily delete your account or deactivate your account. I know Instagram has that. I know Snapchat has it. I know a lot of accounts or a lot of social media platforms has it. And take a month or two, or however time you need to reflect, and I guess like to cleanse your soul. Just because, like I said, social media, it gets us really depressed, and it gets us jealous of other people, and it gets us, I guess, like in a way, trying, like almost like vlogging our life. We're always trying to show off what we're doing and show what we where we are, the people we hang out with, the things that we get, the things that we drive. We're just all too caught up with that, and honestly, it's not really healthy, and especially with all these, like having the most followers, and if you don't have a lot of followers, you're nothing in the world. And that even businesses do that. Like if they see two accounts and they see one account has more following than the other, then like they're gonna go towards the person that has the more followers, because they know they can sell their service and products through that person, and they can profit from them. And yeah, and that usually entices a lot of people to buy followers too, and it just creates a big pile of mess. And if we take the time to appreciate the moment, if we take the time to just to put down the phone and to be able to live the way we want to live it, just for a day or for a week, you're going to realize that social media is not everything. And I mean, I get it, yeah, especially with the pandemic. Social media became everything. That's how we are able to connect with people. And I know certain parts of the world, they can't get out of their house. They have to quarantine themselves until the government says it's fine for them to leave. Like for example, in Australia, they're still in a lockdown, and they were supposed to be in a lockdown for a week, and right now I think they're going for I think it's almost a month and a half or 2 months that they've been in a lockdown. But I just want you guys to realize that there's a lot to appreciate in life, and it's not all about the most followers. It's not about having uh I guess like having to show off people. And this topic really, honestly, I feel like is one of the difficult topics to talk about, just because it's so broad. And like I said, I'm only talking about my experiences. But if you take the time to at least learn about yourself, pick up a book, read about life, read about how to start a business, how to communicate with people, or not caring about other people, you'll see a tremendous change in the way you see the world and the way you see yourself. And I feel like you guys can really benefit from that a lot. And thank you for sticking around for 10 episodes of Within the Frame. This will wrap up season 1, and I'll see you guys on season 2. Thank you for watching. Peace.